There you go. What are some other stocks with pricing power that investors should lean on here? Let's ask Steve Grasso. He is Grasso Global CEO and a CNBC contributor. Steve, it's great to have you. This seems more important than ever. What are a couple of your plays?
Yeah, so if you look at a company we just heard from, Capri Holdings, CPRI, they have Michael Kors, and they also have Versace and Jimmy Choo. I don't know about you, but I can't imagine Versace and Jimmy Choo cutting prices anytime soon. Maybe you can, but the market doesn't see that, and consumers don't look like they need that. So they've been able to hold pricing power, and the stock has broken out, Kelly.
Yeah, so you've liked this name for a while. This is kind of a vindication for you that, and I believe I read recently about Chanel handbags that used to sell for low single-digit thousands of dollars that are now high single-digit thousands of dollars, and there's just no pushback. So outside of luxury, where else do you see pricing power?
Yeah, so if you look at pricing power as a whole, I mean, think about Sonos, what we just heard from them. That's another one that has pricing power as well. Think about in the whole realm of retail, there's a scarcity value for luxury brands that trade in the U.S. You have Tapestry here, Ralph Lauren here, but those are not really luxury brands. The only one is CPRI, but if you really go out on a spectrum here, you have to think about who has pricing power, and then you get to the staples, right? So then you get to a Procter & Gamble, a Coke, a Pepsi, or if you want to make it easy on yourself, you buy the ETF, the XLP. You get a yield, and you get price performance.
You know, Valentine's Day is coming up, Steve, so I'm thinking that Versace and Jimmy Choo play is good for you. I'm just thinking, just trying to look out for you. All right, my brother, let's talk about another area. Maybe you want to take a trip. You like the airlines, too, I'm told.
Well, look at what we heard yesterday. So I tweeted out before the bell that I wanted to take a flyer out on Disney because I felt like parks were going to surprise to the upside. The stock has been beaten down ahead of earnings. I bought the stock. It popped after hours. Think about what Disney told us, though, Tyler. People want to vacation. They want an experience. What do they have to do to get to Disney? They have to get on a plane. Delta, LUV, Southwest. So think about those names. Those names are ripe for a pop. What else do they have to do? Rent a hotel room. So if you look at Marriott and you look at Hyatt, those stocks have broken out on a chart. So you could cover this whole gambit of experiences. And I do like the airlines. I think we're coming back here. Disney told us that all these experiential vacations, unfortunately, you need to jump on a plane to get there.
So where is the money coming from that is driving these prices higher and giving companies like the ones we heard from just a moment ago the pricing power they need to keep up with their inflation? Where's it coming from?
If you have to, well, look back on the massive amount of stimulus that was thrown at this marketplace. And we all know that the people that are buying Versace and Jimmy Choo and jumping on a plane to get to Disney and doing it regardless of what they're making, we know that they're on the upper end of the spectrum, so they didn't need the assistance. The people who did need the assistance got the assistance, and I hope they got enough assistance. So I still think that people, for the most part, are flush with cash. Then think about what we've seen as far as inflation, wage inflation. People got paid more. If they got paid more, they most likely saved more. So I don't think that Powell is a robot or going to be robotic on this. If he raises too fast, I think he's going to put on the brakes. The market has already, to Rick's point, the market has factored this in already. So I think the markets are poised to move higher. And if there's going to be needed more stimulus, which I don't think there will be, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
I think it's interesting. You know, I think it's a little bit, I'm a lucky guy, you know, and so if I want to go to a restaurant, I go to a restaurant. But I think a lot of people, including myself, we didn't go out as much. And so we banked money during this pandemic that we otherwise might have spent. We didn't go out as much. We didn't do the discretionary spending. Maybe now that's catching up. Steve Grasso, great. I'll be awaiting the Jimmy Choos.